Trey, why don't you ever let us over?
I do.
When will Dim Boys be able to come to the hot tub?
A few days or weeks.
Did Ethan Yeager ever pay for his detail?
No.
How do you feel about sitting at our senior table?
Pretty good.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel pretty good.
What do you think about Joe Doe?
He's pretty cool.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. He's
You said he's smelly?
no.
Who do you think is the biggest chuzz in the school?
Maggie Flesh.
Blair Giroge. Blair, what do you think of the Joe Doe versus Javon Taylor beef?
Personally, I think it's dumb. I think they should just fight it out. Each person claims their weapon, and whoever wins, wins. Whoever dies, dies.
Blair, what really happened with the pelicans at the beach? Are we your A or B team?
A.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Give me reasoning.
I look forward to hanging out with y'all every week, and I only hang with y'all every week. So,
What about Akari and
Akari.
Theory Sisters?
Theory Sisters, I hang out with them once a week. I hang out with y'all like 4 times a week. I do their 7 days in a week, so.
Who are you closest with in Dim Boys?
In terms of years, Seth and Jake, but in terms of how I feel, Seth and Jake.
Who do you fear will touch your butt?
Joseph Doe. Are you actually zooming in?
Thank you, Giroge.
You're welcome.
Subject 3, Seth Belcher. Seth, what do you think of the Joe Doe versus Javon Taylor beef?
See, me personally, I love it, but I love it to a certain extent,
Why is that?
I think the jokes are funny. I think that, Javon has some good points. Dancing with the X is pretty brutal, but at the end of the day, Javon loses every time because all Joe Doe has to say is, you got 3 chins, and it just beats him every time.
Belcher, were you or a Doe?
I was not worried though.
Do you have a lead on who that might be?
I do have a lead. I actually know who it is.
Would you like to explain that to the camera?
Well, see, I caught the person in the act, texting, so yeah.
Wow. Seth Belcher, were you on a leash? Wow.
That's a diabolical question. No.
You were not? Seth Belcher, in Dim Boys, who are you the closest with?
Jake or Samuel Woodall.
Wow. Seth Ellington, if you were a girl, which one of Dim Boys would you let hit?
Not Joe, not Javon. Gray.
Graydon freaking Block.
Yeah, can we get to a sideline report real quick? I got a question for you.
Oh, is this going on YouTube? Huh?
Here we have the schoolboy.
Unemployed schoolboy. There's only. Alright, here we have Carson Champion.
2 days.
Out of Dim Boys.
Out of them boys. I will be taking the role of Samuel Woodall today. What do you think about the Joe Doe versus Javon beef?
I think the beef is childish at this point.
Ooh.
It's childish. They're just going back and forth for no reason. And we've all seen the aura chart, so low. The aura chart, they're both cooked. Really? I think they just need to settle this with a boxing match. I'm going to call them out, a boxing match, Joe Doe versus Javon. The Triple Chin versus the Stinky Joe.
Are Mexican jokes or half-shell jokes funnier?
You know what I'm going to say.
What is it?
I love those Mexican jokes, because there's a Mexican right there. The Mexican jokes always sound so much better. Like you
Come back.
She had,
That's the part that you showed the text.
But like, when has a Mexican joke ever not hit? Like, let me hit you with one right here. What do you call a Mexican coke dealer? Daniel Rodriguez.
What effect did 9/11 have on border crossings for Mexicans?
What effect did 9/11 have on border crossings?
You know, don't get him started. Let me go into this here.
If you were a girl, which one of the bros would you hit?
I'd let Jodo lose his V card on me.
Use an invincible character to describe yourself.
I'm a Nissa. A lot of people won't know what that means.
Three words to describe Joseph Doe.
Stinky. Aura. Stupid.
Oh, can you elaborate on the stupid part?
I do not.
Because this guy,
Cameraman.
because this guy keeps talking about the same girl over and over again, every day, all day. We all give him the advice, and he just doesn't do it. You know, like all he has to do is end things. He can find so much better, like the
Yep.
Oak Mountain.
Who do we have here today? All right, the first question from Samuel Woodall. This was not me. Samuel Woodall. Talk to me about your crossing of the border.
So I was born here. I did fly to Argentina the one time.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much aura do you think you have?
Y'all said y'all were gonna wake me back up.
I'm a 5.
You're a farmer though, so yours goes down.
Yeah, I sent the picture of the group chat of the tragic incident this morning.
He's late to school every day, by the way.
I've been late.
And he always has some crazy excuse, like his nose. I swear he punches himself in the nose just to make it bleed, so he can be late.
What goes in your taco?
They have
Ground beef, cheese,
ground beef over
lettuce.
It's a taco, Carson.
Okay, so ground beef, lettuce, cheese, sour cream, pico.
Oh,
Oh, Pico.
Pico de Mayo.
I think that's it.
Walk me through getting pulled over because of Jodo.
Okay, so let me tell you. It starts off, right? Jodo and Sam are racing at the red light.
Yes.
Somehow don't get pulled over. We pull up, we pass, get to the red light at the train tracks. I honk at Jodo, like one would do, as soon as the light turns, okay? I go. And then I let the car know, I'm like, should I go around Joe and cut him off? Should I do it? They're like, no. But Joe's going 15 miles an hour in a 40 or a 30, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. I went around. As I'm merging back in front of Joe, I look at my rear mirror, and I'm like, is that a cop? I see a blinker turn on as soon as I turned. Knew it was over. Light turned on.
He's forgetting to mention that he didn't turn his blinker on either time for some reason. If he would have just turned his blinker on, I don't think he would have got pulled over.
I didn't use a blinker. I just paid my ticket yesterday, in fact.
What do you think of the Joe versus Javon beef?
Valid. When I'm bored, feeds families.
These families. Now, are
I instigate it quite often, and it works every time. Joe notices a rage bait, still falls for it. Javon knows it's rage bait, but knows Joe will fall for it. But then Javon gets into it and gets heated too. Javon's on top right now because of the incident shows. Yeah. Dude, that's what we should do. But the triple chin was a
Banger.
yeah. But then after the donut incident, I didn't know how, and the ground beef that he didn't pay for and then made Kendrick pay back.
where did the hate for the Lozito family
Huh?
stem from?
Hate for the Lozito family? Don't get me started. Oh, God. Smiles, first of all. Don't ever smile again. Never, ever again. They all have the same build, same smile. It's like the Woodall family. They all come out the same.
Besides Sam.
Yeah, Sam upgraded.
They all have the same starter pack, but Sam actually used BC.
And then Mateo thinks he wants to be Nick Lozito so bad. Gray? His beanie's fit. Mateo looked like he was a drummer in a boy band with the two monthly listeners that are both his parents. One time he had an entire pack of gum. I said, can I get a piece of gum? He handed it to me. I reached for it and he said, no, I'm just playing.
You reached for a gun?
Did not get, I'm about to. And they did not give me the gun. Took the gun away. Actually didn't give it to me. I could go on.
Is there anything you would like to talk about now that we have the camera available?
I know it's not my bedroom. I'm playing chess, not checkers. All I know is that like I won, my enemy's down.
I don't have my clothes.
Big dog. Big cook.
Subject number 3, Cooper Duro. Cooper, what's your favorite word?
My favorite word is chuzz.
Chuzz.
It's very,
Speaking of chuzz, who's the biggest chuzz in the school?
Maggie Fish.
Maggie freaking Fish.
Is that
Cooper, are you excited for your upcoming beach trip?
Oh my goodness, am I? Very, very excited.
I don't think he is.
Is he zooming in? Alright.
Alright, Cooper.
Very excited.
What do you think of Dim Boys?
Is that group chat?
Yeah,
That group chat.
the group chat.
Yeah, that group chat.
Somebody that sounds racist.
Buddy, what do you think of Dim Boys?
I mean, it's alright. I think y'all fight a little bit too much. That y'all act like girls a little bit. Because a certain someone's in that group chat. I'm not gonna name names, but we all know who I'm talking about here. So I've heard.
Alright, Cooper, what do you think of Jodo versus Javon Taylor?
Oh, buddy. What's the beef?
Well,
Is there beef or is it just like
I think it's every day, bro. That is in Channel Flow.
like who would I pick?
Yeah, like which side would you be on?
Give me Jodo.
Jodo. Okay. Who's your A team?
Dylan, Coop, Kaylee. Well, Kaylee's first.
Ew.
Tanner.
All right, Cooper. What's the next haircut?
Buzz cut.
Tanner Reed is above me and
Hey,
Sam.
when have we ever hung out outside of school?
When have we? Me and Sam have texted this dude 2 times. He had to go eat dinner with his family.
Cooper, what's your next haircut?
I would consider the buzz again. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I would consider it. Maybe just, what are you doing that for?
All right, Cooper. Who's your favorite member of Dim Boys?
Dang. My favorite member from Dim Boys, all bias aside, is Spammy Woody.
It's that fun.
Casey, what?
Truett Harbison.
In the flesh.
What do you think about losing in trash ball every day to me and Cooper?
I don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah. True. How's it feel to miss the greatest 1v1 of all time today?
I didn't.
No,
You did miss it. We had the greatest Game 7 one-on-one
What
ever.
was it? Finals
Cap.
13-11?
I think so.
13-11.
Cap.
No cap.
Cap.
No cap.
Cap.
Hey, True. According to the game of horse, are you a hoe or a whore?
I'm a I'm nothing.
All right, Truett. Why do you suck up to Miss Porter so much?
I don't.
True. Is Miss Porter your secret
Huz?
godmother?
No.
Miss Porter, how much do you like Truett Harbison?
Who?
Truett Harbison.
Who?
Truett Harbison.
Who?
It smells like butt over here.
Hey, True.
Because of you.
True. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for ICDC?
I'm so ready.
54! Yeah!
Oh my muddy.